Hi, I'm Teresa Elling from The Peaceful Home. Thanks for joining me today for my kitchen tour. We remodeled our kitchen beginning day one when we moved in 3 years ago. We started the demolition immediately and it took us about 4 months to get this kitchen done. And it was pretty stressful, I have to admit, but the results are amazing and I'm so happy with it. Today is not really going to be so much about how to organize your kitchen. That could be another video, but this is a little more just how it looks at a glance, the decisions we made that we're really happy with installation and different choices, and things that we would do differently if we were to do it again. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you my top 5 ways to bring decor into your kitchen, just to have it be a beautiful space that makes you want to work in it. I wanted to show you some before photos. Here is the kitchen from the living area. And this is the area where we are using as our entryway. And all of the cabinets, tile, flooring was all removed. It's where our refrigerator is currently. And this is the pantry that the wall and door and trash compactor were all removed. This is the sink below the window. All of these cabinets went to the dump. And then of course we ended up having some mold issues and we had to open up all the walls and redo some plumbing. This is inside the pantry. My son-in-law Jesse removing the water heater. We got a tankless water heater. And so opening up the walls was quite a job. So we really started from scratch. When Kevin and I first came to look at this house, we walked through the front door and I fell in love. It was this giant great room that was so spacious and had so much potential. And I'm going to show you this 360 view. I stood in the middle of the room and just spun around with the camera so you can get an idea of this is just one big open space. So we've had to make different choices with furniture and counters to delineate the spaces in this downstairs floor. So this is kind of our entryway. We've got a spot to drop shoes, to hang coats and hats, spot for keys, and of course masks these days in California. And also I keep this basket here for things that need to go out. They either need to go to the garage or be returned to the store or to someone else, and that keeps everything tidy. It's really a mess in the basket usually, but it's all in one spot. This peninsula kind of delineates the start of the kitchen. The original kitchen, it came out and went at an angle and was even farther. Here's a before picture of that. The cabinets were in such bad shape, they had to go straight to the dump. We just gutted the entire kitchen on our first day of being here. Originally, I saw some shelves like this above an island, and that's what I wanted to do. But we have a fan here, and it's really needed. So we eliminated that, and about a year after finishing the kitchen, I thought, what if we put them up here? And I was still concerned that it might kind of have a cut-off effect, block light, but it really hasn't done that. I could not be happier. My son-in-law Brendan installed these for me, and they are sturdy and they keep everything that we use on a daily basis right at our fingertips. So it's practical and beautiful, and one of my favorite things in this kitchen. Another thing that we love, a great decision, were the granite countertops. And I was, back and forth, so many decisions. I think the reason the remodel was stressful is because I have never made so many decisions in my life. But we finally chose this for the granite. I love the pattern and it's beautiful. We also went with Ikea for our cabinet. You are in the market for kitchen cabinets. I couldn't be happier with Ikea. They have the gentle close, which is really nice. And we debated going white or natural wood. And I was afraid the white might look too dirty, but it's amazing. They really don't get that dirty, and it's really easy to wipe them down. I'm very happy with the quality of these. We went with a black granite sink, which I really like. It just doesn't show marks. And this tall faucet with the pull down and spray. Another thing I really enjoy are the shelves to put some collections on. And I like how the light comes through the window here. I think it's really pretty. Another great decision was the butcher block. So this is also from Ikea. We had to do 2 pieces and put them together to make it large enough. And we serve dinner almost every night on this. Even when we have larger parties, we can do a buffet that's amazing and have lots of space. We've even used this for ping pong. We just remove anything off the top and we can get a tournament going with our grandsons, which is really fun. Okay, let's see, what else do I want to point out? Oh, so these cabinets, originally on each side of the microwave, I was going to do chunky wood open shelves. And I now don't remember the reason why, but it wasn't going to work for some reason. And so because that couldn't happen, I ended up going back to Ikea and getting these and doing the glass shelves on the upper portion and leaving this open. So for plates and glasses that we use every day, those are really handy to grab. While my serving things are behind glass and they stay dust free, which is a really, really great option. This house has really odd angles where the sink is, being at an angle there. Because of that, we had to pull the counter out to meet it, which meant the stove had to come forward, and it left a pretty large gap behind the stove. So I just built this shelf on top so that nothing can fall back behind, it stays clean, and it gives me another surface for storage. One of the things we would definitely do differently is to add some more space around our island. Now, when I looked up and did some research about space issues, most recommended about 3 feet between, a counter and an island, 2.5 to 3. I had talked to a friend and she said, absolutely go bigger, go as big as you can. And I thought, well, I don't know, when I was looking at it, spacing it out in here, chalk lining before we did the install, I measured it to 3.5 feet and it seemed so huge, such a big gap here. And I thought that would be perfect, but honestly, I wish I had gone 4 or maybe even 4.5 feet. Because again, if someone's in the refrigerator and someone else is here chopping and someone needs to get by, and with a large family that happens, and it's just kind of, we have a log jam sometimes. Same with when the dishwasher is down and someone's trying to get by. So that is one thing I would have done, just a little bit more space here. I'm pleased with the refrigerator and the storage on top that again is closed to keep dust off of things. Here's our pantry. We were able to get these shelves from Ikea and paint and stain them the way we wanted to. And I really do like the open shelving. It's a bit disorganized right now and a bit of a mess because with COVID, we've had kids moving in and moving out, and we've rearranged some things. And so it's actually one of my next projects. Here is a buffet that I keep all my linens in, my tablecloths, cloth napkins, and runners. And here's our coffee bar. I'll probably feature this in an upcoming video. It's time for my top 5 tips for bringing decor into your kitchen. Number 1 is with the use of linens. So whether that is towels or napkins, tablecloths, having them stacked up, put in a basket or a bin in colors that you are decorating with in your kitchen, just add some color and some beauty. Number 2 is to utilize open shelving. The reason open shelving allows for decor is because it's just like styling a bookcase. And so I can show you how I styled my coffee bar another time, but any kind of open shelving, like over my sink, allows you to display things in a really beautiful way. And I know open shelving is definitely the trend right now. And if you own your home and you're able to do this, take down upper cabinets and put in open shelving. And even if you're renting, you might be allowed to remove the doors, which gives you the same kind of look. So that's just an easy way to bring in all kinds of things, cookbooks, have your coffee mugs displayed really beautifully for everyone to see. Number 3 is to use serving dishes to display items. So for example, I put my fruit on here. Another reason I like this for it is if you have something delicate like a peach, you're not stacking them high. They can be in single layers. So anytime you're using serving dishes, it's just kind of putting your everyday items on display so they look really pretty. Number 4 is to use trays or Lazy Susans to corral items. So this Lazy Susan here allows me to put things that I use often, but it looks really pretty. I love having silverware accessible since it's used so much during the day. And this cute little set given to me by my dear friend Mary Lou has been my favorite way to store our silverware. Same with what I have by the sink or by the stove. Whenever you use a tray, it corrals things and they look less cluttered than if the items were all spread out on your countertop. Finally, number 5, use green. Use plants whenever you can. Plants just instantly bring life to a space. It doesn't matter what your style is, what your colors are, green always adds. Fresh plants and even fake plants add so much. So bring the green in, use it in your open shelving, use it with your display items in your trays. Just tuck it here and there and it will add so much to your space. I hope this will motivate you to just go do a little tweaking in your kitchen, declutter some items, and bring in some freshness with plants and beautiful linens in the colors that you enjoy. Thank you so much for coming with me on my kitchen tour. I actually really enjoyed filming this for you. Thanks for being with me on The Peaceful Home. We'll see you next time.